Welcome. Today we're diving into the world of scaling APIs. As digital products grow, their APIs must handle more requests, users, and data. But what does scaling really mean in this context? It's about ensuring your API remains fast, reliable, and available even as demand increases. Whether you're a developer, architect, or product manager, understanding how to scale APIs is crucial for delivering seamless user experiences. In this video, we'll explore the core principles, common challenges, and proven strategies for scaling APIs effectively. Let's get started by defining what scaling means and why it matters. APIs are the backbone of modern applications, connecting services, devices, and users. As your user base grows or your product expands, the number of API requests can skyrocket. If your API isn't ready to scale, users may experience slowdowns, errors, or outages. Scaling ensures your API can handle increased traffic without compromising performance. It's not just about handling more requests, it's about maintaining reliability, security, and speed. In the next scenes, we'll look at the key factors that drive the need for scaling and how to anticipate growth. When it comes to scaling APIs, there are two main approaches: vertical and horizontal scaling. Vertical scaling means adding more power like CPU or memory to your existing server. It's straightforward but has physical limits. Horizontal scaling, on the other hand, involves adding more servers to distribute the load. This approach is more flexible and can handle much larger increases in traffic. Most modern APIs use a combination of both, but horizontal scaling is generally preferred for its resilience and scalability. Let's break down the pros and cons of each method. Key component of horizontal scaling is load balancing. Load balancers distribute incoming API requests across multiple servers, ensuring no single server gets overwhelmed. This not only improves performance but also increases reliability. If one server fails, others can take over. Load balancing can be done at different layers, such as the network or application layer, and can use various algorithms like round-robin or least connection. Implementing a load balancer is often the first step in scaling out your API infrastructure. Caching is a powerful technique to reduce the load on your API servers and speed up response times. By storing frequently requested data in memory, you can serve repeated requests much faster. There are several types of caching: client-side, server-side, and distributed caches like Redis or Memcache. Choosing the right caching strategy depends on your API's usage patterns and data consistency requirements. Effective caching can dramatically improve scalability and user experience. APIs often rely heavily on databases, and as your API scales, so must your database. There are several ways to scale databases: vertical scaling, sharding, replication, and using RAID replicas. Sharding splits your data across multiple databases, while replication creates copies for redundancy and load distribution. Choosing the right approach depends on your data structure, query patterns, and consistency needs. A well-scaled database is essential for a high-performing API. Designing your API to be stateless is a best practice for scalability. In a stateless API, each request contains all the information needed to process it, so servers don't need to remember previous interactions. This makes it much easier to distribute requests across multiple servers and scale horizontally. Stateless APIs are also easier to maintain and recover from failures. RESTful APIs are a common example of stateless design, which is why they're so popular for scalable systems. As your API grows, it's important to protect it from abuse and ensure fair usage. Rate limiting and throttling are techniques that restrict how many requests a user or client can make in a given time period. This prevents any single user from overwhelming your API and helps maintain consistent performance for everyone. Implementing rate limits can also protect your infrastructure from malicious attacks or accidental spikes in traffic. Can't scale what you can't measure. Monitoring and observability tools help you track API performance, detect bottlenecks, and identify issues before they impact users. Metrics like response time, error rates, and request volumes provide valuable insights. Tools such as Prometheus, Grafana, or commercial solutions can visualize and alert on these metrics. With proper monitoring, you can make informed decisions about when and how to scale your API. Modern cloud platforms offer auto-scaling features that automatically adjust the number of servers based on demand. This means your API can scale up during peak times and scale down to save costs when traffic is low. Auto-scaling relies on monitoring metrics and predefined rules to trigger changes. It's a powerful way to ensure your API remains responsive and cost-effective as usage fluctuates. API Gateway acts as a single entry point for all API requests. It can handle tasks like authentication, rate limiting, and routing to different backend services. By centralizing these functions, an API Gateway simplifies scaling and management. Popular gateways include Kong, AWS API Gateway, and NGINX. Using a gateway can also improve security and observability, making it easier to scale your API infrastructure. Making your API into microservices can make scaling easier. Each microservice handles a specific function and can be scaled independently based on its load. This approach allows you to allocate resources more efficiently and avoid bottlenecks in your system. Microservices also make it easier to update or deploy new features without affecting the entire API. However, they introduce complexity in communication and management, so careful planning is essential. In microservices architecture, service discovery is crucial. It allows different services to find and communicate with each other dynamically, even as instances are added or removed. Tools like Consul, Eureka, or Kubernetes, built-in service discovery, help manage this complexity. Proper service discovery ensures your API remains reliable and scalable as your infrastructure evolves. As your API evolves, you'll need to introduce new features or changes without breaking existing clients. API versioning allows you to support multiple versions simultaneously, making it easier to scale and update your API. Common strategies include URI versioning, header versioning, or using query parameters. Versioning ensures backward compatibility and a smoother transition for users. Scaling your API also means scaling your security measures. As you add more servers and endpoints, the attack surface grows. Implementing authentication, authorization, encryption, and regular security audits is essential. Tools like OAuth, JWT, and HTTPS help protect your API and user data. Security should be integrated into every layer of your API infrastructure to prevent breaches and maintain trust. No system is perfect and failures will happen. Designing your API to handle failures gracefully is key to scalability. Techniques like retries, circuit breakers, and graceful degradation help maintain service even when parts of your system are down. Monitoring and alerting ensure you can respond quickly to issues. Building resilience into your API keeps users happy and your service reliable. Clear and comprehensive documentation is vital as your API scales. Good docs help developers understand how to use your API, reducing support requests and onboarding time. Tools like Swagger or OpenAPI make it easy to generate and maintain up-to-date documentation. Well-documented APIs are easier to scale because they enable faster integration and troubleshooting. For scaling your API, it's important to test how it performs under load. Load testing and stress testing simulate high traffic and help identify bottlenecks. Tools like JMeter or Locust can generate thousands of requests to see how your API responds. Testing ensures your scaling strategies are effective and helps you plan for future growth. Scaling APIs isn't just about infrastructure, it's also about your development process. Continuous integration and deployment (CI/CD) pipelines automate testing and deployment, making it easier to release updates quickly and reliably. This agility helps you respond to scaling challenges and user needs faster. Popular CI/CD tools include Jenkins, GitHub Actions, and GitLab CI. Cloud-native architectures are designed for scalability from the ground up. Using containers, orchestration tools like Kubernetes, and managed cloud services, you can scale APIs dynamically and efficiently. Cloud-native APIs benefit from features like auto-scaling, service discovery, and seamless updates. Embracing cloud-native principles makes it easier to handle rapid growth and changing demands. Understanding how your API is used is key to scaling effectively. API analytics tools track usage patterns, popular endpoints, and error rates. These insights help you optimize performance, plan capacity, and identify areas for improvement. Analytics also support business decisions by revealing how your API contributes to product growth and user engagement. Many APIs interact with third-party services such as payment processors or messaging platforms. As you scale, it's important to manage these integrations carefully. Monitor their performance, handle failures gracefully, and ensure your API can recover from external issues. Building robust integration points helps maintain reliability and scalability as your ecosystem grows. Third design patterns can make your API more scalable. Patterns like CQRS, command query responsibility segregation, event sourcing, and asynchronous processing help manage complexity and improve performance. Choosing the right design pattern depends on your API's requirements and expected load. Applying proven patterns can simplify scaling and future-proof your API. Not all API requests need to be processed immediately. Asynchronous processing allows you to handle long-running tasks in the background, freeing up resources for other requests. Techniques like message queues and background workers are commonly used. This approach improves responsiveness and helps your API scale under heavy loads. Sometimes, your API needs to adapt its rate limits based on user roles, subscription levels, or current load. Dynamic rate adaptation ensures fair resource allocation and prevents abuse. Implementing adaptive rate limits requires monitoring usage patterns and adjusting thresholds in real time. This flexibility helps your API scale smoothly as demand fluctuates. For APIs serving users worldwide, global distribution is essential. Deploying servers in multiple regions reduces latency and improves reliability. Content delivery networks, CDNs, and global load balancers help route requests to the nearest server. This approach ensures a consistent experience for users, no matter where they are located. Managing the entire lifecycle of your API, from design and development to deployment and retirement, is key to scaling successfully. Tools and processes for versioning, deprecation, and migration help ensure smooth transitions as your API evolves. Lifecycle management reduces technical debt and keeps your API ecosystem healthy as it grows. Scaling APIs can increase costs if not managed carefully. Cost optimization involves monitoring resource usage, choosing the right infrastructure, and leveraging cloud pricing models. Techniques like auto-scaling, serverless functions, and reserved instances help control expenses. Balancing performance and cost is crucial for sustainable growth. Serverless architectures allow you to run API endpoints without managing servers. Cloud providers handle scaling automatically, so you only pay for what you use. Serverless APIs are ideal for unpredictable or spiky workloads. However, they come with limitations such as cold starts and execution timeouts, so it's important to evaluate if serverless fits your use case. Securing your API is an ongoing process, especially as you scale. Best practices include using HTTPS, validating inputs, enforcing authentication and authorization, and monitoring for suspicious activity. Regular security reviews and updates help protect against new threats. A secure API builds trust and supports long-term scalability. As your API ecosystem grows, governance becomes important. Governance involves setting standards for design, documentation, security, and versioning. It ensures consistency and quality across all APIs in your organization. Good governance helps teams collaborate effectively and scale APIs without chaos. Automated testing is essential for scaling APIs. Unit tests, integration tests, and end-to-end tests catch bugs early and ensure new changes don't break existing functionality. Automated testing tools integrate with CI/CD pipelines for continuous quality assurance. This reduces manual effort and speeds up development as your API scales. Keeping documentation up to date can be challenging as your API grows. Automated documentation tools generate docs from your code, ensuring accuracy and saving time. This makes it easier for developers to understand and use your API, supporting faster scaling and integration. Mocking and simulation tools allow you to test your API under different scenarios without affecting production systems. They help developers build and test integrations before the real API is ready. This approach speeds up development and ensures your API can handle various use cases as it scales. As your API evolves, some features or endpoints may become obsolete. Deprecation strategies help you phase out old versions without disrupting users. Communicate changes clearly, provide migration guides, and offer support during transitions. Thoughtful deprecation ensures a smooth scaling process and maintains user trust. Publishing your API on marketplaces can accelerate adoption and scaling. Marketplaces provide exposure, usage analytics, and monetization options. They also help manage access, billing, and support. Integrating with marketplaces expands your API's reach and supports sustainable growth. Scaling APIs often involves monetization. Common models include pay-per-use, subscription, and freemium. Choosing the right model depends on your audience and business goals. Monetization strategies should align with your scaling plans to ensure profitability and user satisfaction. As your API scales, legal and compliance requirements become more important. Regulations like GDPR or HIPAA may apply depending on your industry and user base. Ensure your API handles data securely, respects user privacy, and complies with relevant laws. Legal compliance protects your business and supports long-term scaling. Great user experience is essential for successful scaling. Fast response times, clear error messages, and reliable uptime keep users happy. Collect feedback and monitor user satisfaction to identify areas for improvement. Prioritizing user experience helps your API stand out and grow sustainably. Building a community around your API can accelerate scaling. Engage with developers through forums, social media, and events. Provide resources like tutorials, SDKs, and sample code. A strong community supports adoption, troubleshooting, and innovation, making it easier to scale your API ecosystem. Optimizing performance is an ongoing task as your API scales. Profile your code, optimize queries, and minimize payload sizes. Use compression and keep endpoints efficient. Regular performance tuning ensures your API remains fast and responsive even as traffic grows. Having a plan for incidents is crucial as your API scales. Define clear procedures for detecting, responding to, and recovering from outages or security breaches. Regular drills and post-incident reviews help improve your response. A solid incident response plan minimizes downtime and protects your reputation. Scaling APIs isn't just a technical challenge, it's also about teamwork. Foster collaboration between developers, operations, and business teams. Use tools for communication, project management, and documentation. A collaborative culture helps solve scaling challenges faster and more effectively. The world of APIs is always evolving. Emerging trends like GraphQL, edge computing, and AI-driven scaling are shaping the future. Staying informed about new technologies and best practices will help you scale your APIs more efficiently. Embrace innovation to keep your API competitive and ready for what's next. We've covered a lot of ground on scaling APIs, from infrastructure and design patterns to security monitoring and team collaboration. Remember, successful scaling is about more than just handling more requests. It's about building resilient, efficient, and user-friendly APIs. By applying these strategies and staying adaptable, you'll be well equipped to support growth and deliver great experiences. Thanks for joining us on this journey through API scaling.